नमस्कार सांबरे सर.
हा नमस्कार नमस्कार.
किती 4ला सुरू होत आहे ना?
हो हो.
ओके ओके ओके.
एक 2-3 मिनिटात सुरू करतोय.
शुअर 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 सर. बसायला लागेल. इनॉग्रेशन फंक्शन आहे, त्याची मीटिंग सुरू झाली, तो जॉईन व्हा म्हणून मेसेज होता. हा
वेलकम शफी सर.
Sir, good evening, sir.
गुड इव्हनिंग. गुड इव्हनिंग. नमस्कार हिरेखान सर.
सर नमस्कार सर. नमस्कार
नमस्कार.
सर. मी जस्ट पाहिला आपला मेसेज.
हा हा.
सर सर आमच्याकडे स्टुडंट चॅप्टर चालू झालेला आहे. सांबरे सर. हॅलो.
Good afternoon, sir. The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. Line in.
हॅलो. नम्रता मॅडम.
Yes, sir. आवाज आ रही है सर आपको हमारी?
हाँ आवाज आ रही है. मेरी आ रही है आपको?
हाँ सर, अभी आ रही, पहले नहीं आ रही थी हमको।
हाँ, अब आ रही है ना?
हाँ सर।
अच्छा अच्छा, वो रुकिए, चालू करने का रहेगा।
वेलकम आराम सर.
हाँ, थँक यू सर, थँक यू. या, आले तिकडं. तिकडून पण झालो.
मॅडम सुरू करायचं.
हो सर, गेस्ट सब ज्वाइन हो गए हैं सर.
सर लेट अस स्टार्ट.
रिसेंट लिंक भेजा है क्या मैडम?
सर आप अभी बराबर लिंक में है सर, अभी बराबर है, पहला ये हो गया था सेम ही था, लेकिन वो हरदम जैसा जिससे का प्रॉब्लम था ना, आप सांवर सर माधव ज्वाइन हो गए थे दूसरे इसमें.
हाँ.
अभी बराबर है सर. गेस्ट स्पीकर भी ज्वाइन हो गए, एग्जीक्यूटिव मेंबर्स भी हैं, आप भी चीफ गेस्ट हमारे आ गए हैं और चेयरमैन सर भी हैं. तो शुरू करें क्या सर?
हाँ, शुरू यस, शुरू करें.
डॉक्टर मालूम मैम आप है ना साथ में?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good afternoon and welcome to 68th Foundation Day celebration. I extend my warm greetings to our chief guest, Professor Ratnadeep Deshmukh, Chairman Mr. Sudhir Sambre, invited speaker of the day, Dr. Malluji, executive committee members, Shri Sushil Samvar sir, Dr. Ullah Shinde sir, Dr. Syed Shafuddin, Professor Sunil Deshmukh, Dr. Bahusahib Shinde, Dr. Sunil Hirkan sir, Dr. Hambe sir, and all present IET members and dear students. The Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering is India's leading recognized professional society devoted to the advancement of science and technology of electronics, telecommunication, and IT. Founded in 1953, the IET is the national apex professional body of electronics and telecommunication, computer science, and IT professionals. It serves more than 1,25,000 members, including corporate, student, and ISF members, through various 64 centers spread all over India and abroad. The institution provides leadership in scientific and technical areas of direct importance to the national development and economy. Government of India has recognized IET as a scientific and industrial research organization and also notified as an educational institution of national immense. The objective of IET focus on advanced electrotechnology. The IET conducts and sponsors technical meetings, conferences, symposia, and exhibition all over India, publishes technical journals, and provides continuing education as well as career advancement opportunity to its members. The Foundation Day falls on 2nd November, but due to Diwali this year, we are celebrating it today. On this occasion, I welcome respected Mr. Sudhir Sambre, Director Lunas Electronics and Honorable Chairman IET Aurangabad Center. I invite Sir for his welcome address and request him to read the Foundation Day message from President IET New Delhi. Over to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon all. Chief guest of today's function, Professor Dr. R.R. Deshmukh sir, who is also Governing Council member of IET New Delhi. Speaker for today's lecture, Dr. Malu Madam, postdoctoral fellow at CPIA IITM Kerala. All EC members of IET Aurangabad Center, other IET members, industry representatives, faculties from various institutes and students. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all on the occasion of 68th Foundation Day celebration of Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers. Foundation Day is an important event in the life of every organization. And most of you know that IET was established on 2nd of November 1953. And 2nd November is our Foundation Day. Due to Diwali vacations, we are celebrating this today, and on this occasion, we have various activities which are planned. As told by Madam, you know about IET, that is an Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineer,
Yes, sir.
which is an organization of electronics, computer, telecommunication, and IT engineers. And here I am proud to tell you that many great talents of the country, like Dr. Homi Bhabha, Dr. Satish Dhawan, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Dr. Mashelkar, Dr. Anil Kakodkar, Ratan Tata, Azim Premji, Narayan Murthy, and many, many more are the honorary fellows of IET. You are also aware that IET Aurangabad Center conducts one online lecture every month on various subjects of interest. And today, along with Foundation Day celebration, we have 14th lecture in this series by Dr. Malu Madam on digital transformation for sustainable development. IET conducts many activities like symposia, conferences, competitions, workshops, etc. throughout the country on various subjects. But every year we have one focus area for our activity. And this year, the focus area is advancing skill development to the next level, a paradigm shift to amalgamate skills and academics with seamless transition.
ठीक आहे जातो विश्वभरचं मंडे
President of IET New Delhi has sent his message on this 60th Foundation Day. I will read this message for you. President's message on IET 68th Foundation Day 2021. Advancing skill development to the next level. A paradigm shift to amalgamate skills and academics with seamless transition. The country presently faces a dual challenge of severe paucity of highly any problem?
Sir, no.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Should I continue?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The country presently faces a dual challenge of severe paucity of highly trained quality engineers, as well as non-employability of large section of educated workforce that possesses little or no job skills. Huge gaps exist between the industry requirements and the level of skills of engineers due to varied reasons, including inadequate training infrastructure, inappropriate mix of skills and education, limited industry interfaces, etc. There is a disconnect between the formal education system and work requirements, compounding the challenges related to the skill gap. A concerted action is required to ensure sustained employability of the Indian youth. This skill development ecosystem in India is complex, large, and diverse, providing varied levels of skills across an extremely heterogeneous population. Skill development in India can be broadly segmented into education and vocational training. The need is about how formal, non-formal, and informal learning can be combined to deliver workforce skills, and also look at how such combinations could be used and recognized by industry, employers, training providers, and individuals. Skills and knowledge are the driving forces of economic growth and social development for any country. Government of India, taking note of the requirement for skill development among students, launched National Skill Qualification Framework, popularly known as NSQF. NSQF is a nationally integrated education and competency-based framework that enables persons to acquire desired competency levels. The National Skills Qualification Framework organizes qualifications according to a series of levels of knowledge, skills, and aptitude. These levels, graded from 1 to 10, are defined in terms of learning outcomes, which the learner must possess regardless of whether they were acquired through formal, non-formal, or informal learning. It is therefore a nationally integrated education and competency-based skill and quality assurance framework that will provide for multiple pathways, horizontal as well as vertical, including vocational education, vocational training, general education, and technical education, thus linking one level of learning to another higher level. This will enable a person to acquire desired competency levels, transit to the job market, and at an opportune time, return for acquiring additional skills to further upgrade their competencies. IETE, a premier professional society dedicated to the dissemination of knowledge in the ICT domain, is supporting Government of India in its mission of skill development and bridging the gap between the informal vocational training and formal technical university academic and higher education, and bridge the pathway to transition between the two seamlessly. It is the right time for all the IET centers to grab the opportunity of nation's skill development mission in getting themselves enter into new horizons for their techno-economic sustainability. I, on behalf of all governing council members, extend my warmest greetings on all occasions and encourage all centers to celebrate this auspicious day with great fervor and passion, involving all students, faculty, ISFs, corporate members, and spread aims and objectives of IET, aligning with the nation building towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. Together we can, together we will raise to new heights. Jai Hind. Professor Dr. P. Prabhakar, President IET, New Delhi. President's message has given you sufficient idea about the theme for this year. And considering time constraint, I will restrict myself here. But on this occasion, IIT Aurangabad Center had conducted poster presentation competition and more than 20 students participated in the event. We will be declaring the prizes for winners in today's program. I am also very happy to declare that a new ISF chapter has been started at Government Engineering College, Aurangabad. And Dr. Hirekhan sir from Government Engineering College, Aurangabad is also here. With this, now I hand over to Dr. Namrata madam for further.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for your wishes and the presidential remark, as well as we thank you that you have briefed the whole activity happening at IIT Aurangabad Center. We also thank Sunil Hirikan sir for extending our family as an ISF chapter with Government Engineering College. Thank you. Thank you both of you, sir. We are honored to have with us today's chief guest and a great team leader and a profound teacher, Dr. Ratnadeep Deshmukh, professor and former head, Department of CSIT, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Aurangabad. Penn Fellow and Executive Governing Council member, IET, New Delhi. He is a visiting professor, Southern Federal University, Rostov, Russia, and a member, Curriculum Advisory Board, Namibia University, Namibia. Committee member at AICTE as All Indian Board of Information Technology Education and member of Grievance Committee, AICTE. He is a coordinator of Information Technology and Computer Science, Dhyan Mandal, Maharashtra State, Marathi Vishwakosh Nirmiti Mandal, Mumbai, Government of Maharashtra. is a principal program coordinator for the DST Feast program and department sanctioned by Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi, Government of India. He is an editor-in-chief, CSI Journal of Computing, member National Nomination Committee, CSI India. He is a pillar of IET Aurangabad Center and has given a great vision for the growth of IET Aurangabad Center. With this brief introduction, I request Sir to please guide us on this occasion. Over to you, Sir.
हाँ, hello.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible, madam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so no issue. So, good afternoon, everybody. And I wish a very happy IET Foundation Day on this today's occasion. As today we have gathered here for celebrating 68th IET Foundation Day. Actually, this Foundation Day is celebrated on 2nd November every year, as stated by or elaborated by Madam as well as Samre sir. But due to the vacation and different reasons, we are celebrating this day today. So first of all, I would like to thank Honorable Chairman of the IET Center, uh, Sri Samre sir, as well as Secretary, Honorable Secretary Dr. Namrata, as well as Treasurer, Vice President Dr. Ullas Shinde, Dr. Hembe sir, and Executive Committee members for calling me or for inviting me to be a part of this program on this Foundation Day celebration. So friends, today I am taking this opportunity to interact with you that as I am not a guest for the local IET center, and that is all the time I supposed to be a host for this, and different that is senior members are supporting to enhance the activity of this IIT sector, IED center, like Samad sir, Professor Syed Safiuddin from Bid, Joseph Shinde from Nagar, and different IIT centers, that is executive committee members from Government Engineering College, Aurangabad, Sapkar Madam, Gule Madam, as well as remaining members. But today on this occasion, I would like to share and I would like to make an appeal to all the executive committee members as well as those who are associated with this IIT center and those who are working actively uh, to become more active on this occasion. I would like to share that this IIT center and the center activity should not be limited to some limited persons. So it is expected that we have the executive committee which is covering overall all the engineering colleges, and uh, as we are expecting that each and every executive committee member uh, should be a part of this activity along with his colleagues or her colleagues as students, whatever the possible number. But we have to start this with this angle that for every program I will add at least two members, one member, or four members, five members to be part of this lecture series, to be part of this IET center activities. Then our activity, membership, and exploration and awareness will increase. Otherwise, now I think this is a 14th lecture series, which is a good practice being initiated by this IIT Aurangabad Center under the leadership of Samre sir, Namrata madam, that is Sunil Deshmukh sir. But number is not increasing, or we that is number can be or the attendees can may change but number is to be increased in the activities, not in this lecture series. But what we see, that is we are seeing limited number since last year we have started this series. But uh, uh, what is the expectation of the headquarter? What is the expectation of our Honorable President, IET New Delhi? That as I have become a governing council member of IET New Delhi, your center should be a vibrant center. Your center should be a active center. Your center should be very much that is taking initiative in various activities and initiatives taken by IIT headquarters. Likewise, there is the current theme or this current theme taken by the IIT headquarters is that is advancing skill development to the next level with a paradigm shift with Alma Government and skill and academics with seamless transition. Means now the in last year 2020 May 2020 the central government has announced a new education policy, and this in new education policy we are going or entering in the industry 4.0, as we have experienced industry 1.0, industry 2.0, let's say 3.0, and now we are in the entering in the industry 4.0, where there will be a much more use or initiation of 5G technologies, or the advanced technologies will be accepted, along with the making skill oriented education or initiating a skill oriented education, and that is the main part, or that is the uh, expected things in new education policy, that is more number of skill education or maximum number of skill manpower will be made available to enter in the industry 4.0, which is occurring or coming simultaneously along with the new education policy. And in this new education policy, as you know, that is again the there is the barriers of discipline, that is science, technology, social science, or different subjects or disciplines. These barriers will be withdrawn, or any person or any student from any faculty can opt for any course of any faculty. That is multidisciplinary approach will be obtained, along with developing or focusing on this skill, that is introducing skill enhancement or skill based courses, so that along with taking the education or getting literate or educated, the every person or every student should be equipped along with at least one skill in 1 year, or one perfect skill in couple of years, and accordingly they will be provided a certificate for 6 months course or 1 year course, diploma level certificate or degree for that is 2 year course, and graduate degree for 3 years or 4 years of course. This is the that is the line of that is planned line of new education policy. And as we know that IET wants to be become the integral part of the central government every theme. As earlier, where that is we might be knowing that is IET was that is we are having IET degree and diploma courses, but due to some technical issues at the IST level, since last 8 to 10 years, the admission to these courses has been held up, or we are not conducting the admission. But that was the very good idea to provide opportunity to the working persons in the industry or working peoples, those who cannot do the regular course. Um, in a regular mode, they can do the part-time course of in the form of degree or diploma in different disciplines as like electronics, computer. So that degree diploma courses and certificate courses we were having, but simultaneously the IET headquarter and IET is striving to be to work with hand in hand with the central government policies as well as the department, that is DIET, Department of Electronics and Telecommunication, also the DRDO and different defense agency also. Uh, in spite of this degree diploma courses, now we are trying to be a part of that, and that's why this theme of advancing skill development to the next level sort of theme is being selected, which will be fostering and supporting the new education policy of the government or government of India. So again, there are so many opportunities or so many committees, as I have elaborated in last interaction meeting. Many times I used to give the different information about the IET activities, because we have to make aware, literate about the IET to that is on big horizon. Even if our that is regular members are not having that much idea about the activities and different ventures of the IDA, that is IET. But I will make appeal to all the active members to get this idea, and everything is available on the website, there is iet.org. And during a couple of months or 2 3 months, that is this IET newsletter is being published. So this is symbol of this message from the that is chairman or president, past president, new president elect, along with under the leadership of this new elect president, Professor Prabhakar. Recently, we have conducted uh, a very prestigious program, that is innovators, that is fifth IET, fifth innovators industry meet, where the very prominent personalities from the central government, as like that is the Dr. Ajay Kumar, who was the chief guest, and who is the secretary of Ministry of Defence, Government of India, and guest of honor was Ajay Prakash, that is Swane, who is the secretary of MIT, Government of India, along with the that is Dr. Satish Reddy, Secretary Department of Defense and Research and Development, and Chairman of DRDO, along with that is Sri Sanjay Jaju, who is the Secretary of the Ministry of Defense Production, Government of India, at the IET headquarters. And that program was very much appreciated and attended by so many persons, that is members of the IET, offline as well as online. Both the program was conducted, and it was a very big success of this innovator meet being conducted on behalf of or the different initiatives taken by the IET, uh, uh, IET New Delhi headquarters. Yes. So, along with this, again, I would like to make appeal to every executive committee as well as every active member to try to add at least one member in next coming event, seminar, or 1 person, 2 person, at least that is, or 4 or 5 persons. If we try to this, then new members will be added or new participation will be added. And that is, we want to make our IIT Aurangabad chapter very vibrant, very active, and we want to introduce it in the form of ISF at student level, as well as the senior membership, increasing at the level of faculties, and make it more visible to the society. So I again wish very um, happy or very um, productive IET Foundation Day on this occasion. And again, I will like to thank the organizers uh, for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this program. But every time I will be that is trying to focus to explore the activities and all these things of the IDA Aurangabad Center. So again, there are so many. That is these are some of the glimpse of the Innovator Meet program. But along with that, I would like to point out that there are so many awards at IET level. That is honorary IET honorary fellow or IET lifetime achievement award. Along with that, different seminars and conferences are being conducted. And here I would like to show you the list of different prizes which is listed here. Sorry, I have not shared screen, no, madam?
No, sir, you have not shared the screen.
ठीक है, but next time may again I may give the details of the different awards. So
Yes.
by getting awareness, which type of awards are these, and these awards are given to whom? So you have to get details. After getting the details, we can prepare
Yes.
for this award. So there are awards for the great or IIT women achievers, along with this IIT main awards. So many awards are there. Yeah, again, in the next coming opportunity, I will discuss on the regarding the different awards which are available. That is best paper award, also in conference, or best IET academician award is there. So we'll discuss all these things in next coming opportunity. I will definitely share the things regarding the different awards, and all these details are available on website also. Individually, you can check it. So thank you. Thanks to everybody. Over to Dr. Namrata.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your insights and center IT activities. On behalf of all executive members of Aurangabad Center, I assure you that diverse and multi-field skill-based more activity will be conducted this year, and also we will accelerate the membership drive, and we also request you sir that in next coming up meeting we can keep your talk on the different opportunities and awards available at the IET. So
Yeah,
we will take that opportunity from you, and we will be planning in the coming meeting section, sir. Thank you so
yeah.
much, sir. Thank you.
I will be happy. Happy. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
Okay. Right.
Madam, can I add a little?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Dr. Hirekhan.
Yeah, yeah. Here can
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, as per the appeal by Dr. Ratnadip Deshmukh sir, we have started at Government Engineering College, Department of Electronics and Telecommunication, the IET Student Forum. So this is already there are many activities students are actually conducting, but they were lacking a banner of the professional organization, and hence the outreach of their activities was a bit limited. But now they have all come together, and the banner, this forum ISF is officially started, and then we are hopeful that with these newer opportunities, the students will have better options for their personal and professional growth. Definitely, this there was a good cooperation and support from the local IET committee, and I hope that in the time to come also we will be receiving similar support in this regard. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. We are very happy that with you, your youngsters are also joined us as a family member, and our support will be always there. And Even we will keep an activity to accelerate this particular thing in coming month if feasible at both the sites, sir, so that the ISF center will be highlighted in this particular region also.
Yeah, yes, madam.
Thank you, sir. We are pleased and honored to have with us a young, enthusiastic and dynamic researcher, Dr. Malluji. She is the postdoctoral fellow at the Center of Excellence in Pattern and Image Analysis, Indian Institute of Information Technology Management, Kerala, India. She received her PhD in Computer Science and Technology and completed her Masters in Computer Application from the University of Kerala. In, a, in her career, spanning more than 16 years in teaching and research, she has gathered expertise in pattern recognition, medical image processing, shape and margin descriptors, and graph algorithm. She filed an Indian patent under the title An Automated License Detection System for DCE-MRI using circular mesh-based shape and margin descriptor. She is a recipient of Speed IT Research Fellowship and is a part of several central government and state government projects. Dr. Mallu has guided 11 M.Phil and scholars and 76 postgraduate students in their project dissertation. She also has more than 15 papers on her credit, which includes international, national, and conference papers and 10 articles and periodicals. She has been an editorial board member of several international and national journals. She has co-chaired and organized several national and international workshops and conferences. At present, she is serving as the Joint Secretary of Computer Society of India, Trivandrum chapter. I request her for her talk. Over to you, Manu.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your kind introduction. And thank you all IETE members for inviting me for this talk. Can I share my slide?
Yes, ma'am. Your screen is visible, but
Yes.
the presentation is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's now visible.
Okay. So my topic for today's presentation is Digital Transformations for Sustainable Development. I am Dr. Maluji from Indian Institute of Information Technology and Management, Kerala. And our institute is now upgrading to Digital University of Kerala. Kerala enjoys unique geographical features and equitable climate, a long shoreline with serene beaches, tranquil stretches of backwaters, 44 rivers, so many waterfalls, lush hill stations, and exotic wildlife in Western Ghats, sprawling plantations and paddy fields. Okay, so you can see some of them in these pictures. This is some animals in our Western Ghats. Regarding the society, we have acquired 100% literacy. A world-class healthcare system is also available here. India's lowest infant mortality and highest life expectancy rate is here. Highest physical quality of life, peaceful and well-beings and cleanliness also is a specialty of our Kerala. And our nation, it is the 7th largest country by area of India, the second most populous country and the most populous democracy in the world, bounded by the Indian Ocean on the south, the Arabian Sea on the southwest, and Bay of Bengal on the southeast. It shares land borders with Pakistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, etc. Among the people, there are numerous race, caste, creeds, religious, and languages. India is considered to be the land of unity in diversity. So, coming to my today's overview of my presentation, we will discuss about our planet, the present scenario of our planet, UN Sustainable Development Goals, introduction to artificial intelligence for sustainable development goals, application and projects, some funding agencies, and conclusion. Today, our planet and our world are experiencing the worst of times. Human beings are at the center of concern for sustainable development. They are entitled to an unstable, unhealthy, and but a productive life in harmony with nature. We need to redesign our planet, our health, our future to create a better tomorrow. Biodiversity underpins the functionings of the ecosystem on which we depend for food and fresh water, health and recreation, and protection from natural disasters. We usually think of climate change as affecting the ecosystem of the earth and not of the impact on our health. The things that live in and grow from this irreplaceable and finite resources also keep us clothing, the air and water clean, the land green and pleasant, and the human soul refreshed. Now, the world is facing humanity's biggest crisis since World War II. Almost every country has been affected by coronavirus disease. I'm so sorry to say that the COVID-19 pandemic had led to a dramatic loss in human life worldwide and presents a unpredictable challenges to public health, food system, and the world of work. Economic and social disruption caused by the pandemic is very large. Tens of millions of people are at risk of falling into extreme poverty. Number of unnourished people estimated at nearly 900 million. Millions of entrepreneurs are facing existential threat. Nearly half of the world, around 3.3 billion global workforce, are at risk of losing their livelihood. Pandemic has been affected the entire food system and has laid its fragility. So the virus creates significant knock-on effect on the daily life of citizens. So we need to rebuild our earth, our health. So how to rebuild? We should take care of the planet. We should protect planet so it can support the needs of present and future generations. We need to end poverty and hunger in all their forms and dimensions, and to ensure that all human beings fulfill their potential in equality and in health environment. We need to ensure that all human beings are enjoying prosperous and fulfilling lives, and that economic, social, and technological progress occurs in harmony with nature. There can be no sustainable development without peace, and no peace without sustainable development. Therefore, they set out goal to foster peaceful, just, and inclusive scenario. Partnership should be there between countries. We should share our ideas, our resources, our knowledge, so that each and every country can build their own or a joint new world. Okay. So, how we can attain all these? In 2015, the United Nations framed the Sustainable Development Goals. It aims to completely solve the development problems of the three dimensions of society, economy, and environment from 2015 to 2030 and turn to Sustainable Development Goals. So these are the Sustainable Development Goals. It listed as 17 Sustainable Development Goals. So I will read out all these 17 Sustainable Development Goals, and today's talk we are going to discuss the Sustainable Development Goal, and I will give you in some detailed explanation in some of these topics. Okay, so we should the Sustainable Development Goals are no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduce inequality, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace, justice, and strong institutions. And the final one is the partnership for the goals. The aligning the mega trends with sustainable development requires change in the structure and rules that mediate the relationship between economy, society, and the nature. So, transformation in social justice, investment flows, economic structure, and resource efficiency is imperative. The environmental trends underlie that there is urgent need for transformations for sustainable development. At that time frame within which these transformations need to take place in much shorter than the time taken for previous social or societal transformation in history. So we are in urgent requirement for sustainable development. The need for transformations are mutually supportive and essential for responding to the sustainable development goals in a way that allows policy cohesive and prevents trade-off between goals. So what is digital transformation? What is the relevance of digital transformation? Digital transformation provides a new way of approaching problems and meaningfully improve people's life. So we can attain prosperity through pre-distribution. We can include more people around the world in the global economy, protecting rights through immutable records. We can create a true sharing of economy. We can ensure compensation for the creators of values. A new world of entrepreneurs can be developed. Altogether, we can dramatically improve the lives of people. Humanitarian and environmental changes we can acquire. We can consider digital transformation as a second era of democracy. So, in order to attain digital transformation, we want to develop intelligent systems. So, AI is a good system to develop sustainable development systems. In the history of human civilization, AI, artificial intelligence, is considered to be the next giant technology leap, similar to electricity and internet. AI is one of the newest fields in science and engineering. The work started soon after World War II, and the name itself was coined in 1956 during this era. In this COVID pandemic time, AI is regularly cited as the field I would like to be in by scientists in other disciplines. A student in physics might reasonably feel that all good ideas have already been taken by Galileo, Newton, Einstein, and the rest. AI, on the other hand, still has openings for several full-time Einsteins and Edisons. So, we need to develop intelligent systems that can think like human, act like human, and also we need to develop some rational systems also to attain these sustainable development goals. So before going to the digital transformation of sustainable development, I would like to say a few words about the new natural intelligence of human beings. So the human beings are considered to be the most intelligent creature in the world. So we have inborn intelligence with us. Every living beings have this inborn intelligence. Suppose an infant of 2 day old, they know only they communicate with their mother or their parents only by crying. They don't know any other sort of communication. But when the mother took the baby while crying, the baby instantly stopped crying. Why? How they came to know that it is their mother. The mother is holding me. The baby from detects the mother's smell, her sound, her feeling, her touch, and her taste. The baby identifies that this is my mother, with the help of her or his 2-day-old experience. They come to some conclusion that this is my mother. I am safe in her hand. No need to cry. When the baby becomes 9 months old or 1 year old, the mother or parent teaches her the nature. They teach this is a crow. Then it's a bird. It's black in color. And all the peculiarities, the features of bird, crow, the mother will tell to the baby, teach the baby. And whenever the baby see a jungle crow, the baby gets confused. And then also the mother tells that this is another type of crow. It's a little bit larger than normal house crow. Okay, so then the baby feed the features of Indian jungle crow into their mind, the baby's mind. Is it? The size, its color, sound, feather, its other characteristics. Okay. But when the baby sees the quail, the cuckoo, then the child get again confused. Then the mother feed that the quail is a little bit smaller than crow. Its eyes are red in color, and look at its beak, and it sings well. Again, the baby feed all these characteristics into their mind. Okay, so finally, by an age of 3 or 4 years, the baby can identify all the animals, all the birds. They are able to recognize different birds. Okay, so that is natural intelligence of human beings. So how this natural intelligence of living beings work? We acquire things from the environment using our skin, tongue, eyes, ears, and nose. The features like touch, pressure, temperature can be acquired using our skin. The light, the vision can be acquired using our eyes. The sound, balance, that are the characteristics of our ears. We can smell using our nose. All these sensations can be stored into our brain, and the brain identifies or recognize its characteristics or do the process for us and give instructions to us. So we are trying to develop intelligent machine. Now we want to our machine want to tell the type of bird. So we are trying to make such sort of intelligence for our machine. Okay, so human perception acquires data from the outside world. The raw data can be acquired using receptors, eyes, ears, skin, tongue. These are the receptors, and can be passed to our brain. Brain process that data and give instruction to our body, other body parts, hand, our leg, or our mouth, through our nerve system with the help of spinal cord. Okay, so that is human perception. So we need to perceive, understand, predict, and manipulate things. Coming back to sustainable development goals, artificial intelligence is considered to be a good tool for achieving the sustainable development goals. Okay, so why it can solve sustainable development goals? So because AI, any software technology with at least one of the following capabilities: perception, including audio, visual, text, and they can tackle. Okay, so decision making is another thing. We can diagnose medical systems also with the help of intelligent system. Okay, we can predict, we can do weather forecasting. Example is weather forecasting. So automatic knowledge extraction and pattern recognition from data can be done with the help of artificial intelligence. So we can interact. AI can interactive communication. We can chat with the help of robots. Okay, so logical reasoning is another characteristics. This view encompasses a large variety of subfields, including machine learning. So that's why AI can help. AI can do something in sustainable development. And in addition to that, artificial intelligence, recent advantages in IoT hardware and the accompanying AI algorithms in vision and sensor fusion can contribute much more things to this sustainable development goals. So in a smart city context, electronic vehicles and smart appliances can develop a better city. AI could integrate renewable energy into smart grids by making risk efficient, and we can bridge the gap between problems. So a centralized data, AI can provide a centralized data platform using with the help of state of art models and insight straight from the scientific world. We can balance factors. How can we use AI responsible for good of humanity and for inclusive socio-economic development? That's a question. Before that, I would like to say a few barriers of digital transformation in sustainable development goals. Some of these AI technologies can be computationally expensive, and the countries where electricity is still being generated by a dirty coal, the gains in efficiency can be excess can create excess population by the excess population. So it's estimated by the total electricity uh, demand from the information and the communication technology alone could require up to 20% of global energy by 2030, from current 1%. So another thing is green growth is essential by building a more efficient and renewable energy based data center, and by embedding human knowledge into existing models through priors. So another problem is human brain consumes much less energy than current AI models. So if you want to develop AI models, uh, like humans, the uh, AI model uses much energy or than human beings. And another thing is digital divide. For instance, big production might reap the benefits while smallholders, farmers might be left behind because the later could not possibly afforded by expensive AI systems that can boost their output and productivity. And the last one is the transparency and diversity. Existing variation of racism, gender discrimination, etc., could be created. Okay, some studies have demonstrated the most of our AI system, particularly in NLP and computer vision domains, are still showing signs of systematic racism and bias. So coming to the sustainable development goals, the first one is no protection for food and vulnerable. So we need to uh, manage the poverty. Okay, so increase access to basic services and uh, support people. Economic, social, and environmental shocks and disasters. Okay, so digital technologies are central among other things in forecasting natural disaster and better coordinate subsequent aid provision. So optimizing sustainable utilization of natural resources, and providing efficient support to vulnerable population, mapping populated areas and their access to bias basic services. So overall, digital transformation can contribute to the prevention of people falling below the poverty line and help target specific support to those in need. And I will here I have given some examples for no poverty, how the digital transformation can be applied in no poverty. Okay, so here a map uh, can is created using no poverty efficiency. Okay, so in here, Stanford research combines high resolution satellite imagery with powerful machine learning algorithms to predict poverty in Nigeria and some other countries. Okay, so based on the distance from nearest water resource and nearest urban market, or whether the agriculture fields are near, and they are trying to map, they are trying to group different areas and poverty areas. So AI high resolution satellite images is required for that, and powerful machine learning algorithms is also in need. So we can categorize poverty area based on satellite images, or based on the region, locality, and some other characteristics. So uh, if we are able to categorize the poverty area, and with the help of organizations and policy makers can use efficient distribution of fund and evaluation policies. Okay, so second one is zero hunger. Hmm? Aim to end hunger and all forms of malnutrition. It also commits to universal access to safe, nutritious, and sufficient food throughout the year. So it requires sustainable food production system, resilient agriculture practices, equal access to land, technology, market, international cooperation, and investment in infrastructure and technology to boost agriculture productivity. All these are the requirements, some of the requirements, okay, see, to avoid zero hunger. So, if we want to apply digital technologies for zero hunger, we can categorize them into technologies for food consumers, technologies for producers, and technology for distributors. Okay, so food consumers enhance a better interaction with those in hunger. Okay, so for the producers, we need to forecast weather, optimization of land use, sustainable agriculture. We need to develop systems for all these, optimize crop production through informed management process. Hmm. We need to increase efficiency in the use of existing resources, including land, seed, fertilizers, plant protection agents, and water. So improve agriculture, the way to intelligent deal, beneficial to all. Okay, so in the photograph, you can see dairy farmers are pouring milk into road. Okay, so this happens during the lockdown period, and this first lockdown period they are not able to sell their milk to the daily market, so they are protesting by doing this activity. So if we are able to develop an intelligent system for this milk product or milk, then this wouldn't happen. Okay, so we need to help the distributor also, the producers also, and food consumers also. Okay, so for the distributor, food storage and distribution process is taken to be considered, and we need to develop system for that. The intelligent use of data brings insight on how to best feed the population with available resources, also minimizing waste and foreseeing of food shortages, improving livestock management through enhanced monitoring and identification of suitable grazing. Okay, so and another example you can see is some agriculture product is there. Tomato is you can see, and intelligent system can be developed using image processing to identify the quality of uh, tomato. Okay, so based on that, we can do some revolution in agriculture field. AI holds the promise of driving an agricultural revolution at the time when the world must produce more food using fewer resources. Hmm? That is the aim. The use of agriculture, artificial intelligence in agriculture helps the farmers to understand the data insights such as temperature, precipitation, wind speed, solar radiation. Okay, so in many countries like Japan, India, Mexico, Africa, they are developing intelligent agriculture products to help the farmers. So fishing, Japan contribute to fishing industry, India creating a task force for soil fertility, Mexico creating an agri startup, Africa use of AI to improve food security. Okay, so third sustainable development goal is good health and well-being. From improved timelines and accuracy in diagnosis to simplified diseases. So, monitoring and surveillance should be there. We need to, AI can contribute by in monitoring and surveillance, quick response and emergencies, home monitoring and regular communication with patients, enable patients access to information and ability to manage their chronic conditions. It can also ensure that the general public has access to timely and efficient advance through a smartphone in health emergencies. um, Analysis, manage, and exchange data in all areas of health, from research on molecular genetics to large scale humanitarian interventions. Okay, so during this pandemic period, uh, AI can contribute. AI is able to contribute, and we need much more better systems to for the sustainable health monitoring and for good health. Okay, so in the picture you can see, so a picture is worth more than 1,000 words. So um, I'm here showing some pictures, and you can see in the first image you can see a handicapped person, and the second one, a paralyzed boy is trying to read some book, and this man is not able to speak out, and she is affected from cancer. So all these people uh, can overcome their diseases or their problems with the help of intelligent cognitive systems. Okay, so in order to develop a good health and well-being, communicable, non-communicable environmental diseases can be there. Universal health coverage should be there. Reproduction, material, and child health development. We should consider all these factors. So we need to monitor disease pattern, the areas, defective areas, diseases, control planning. All this should be done in a well, efficient, effective uh, manner. Okay. So digital transformation is essential in range of health application, including but not limited to all these areas. We can do research and development, health risk reduction management, addressing issues related to vision, cognition, disability, etc. Monitoring factors that affect human health, well-being, like air quality and traffic, supporting health promotion and disease prevention through the use of wearable monitoring devices. We can enable remote health care also. So in the picture you can see that old lady is who is affected from dementia, Parkinson's, sorry, not Parkinson's, dementia. Okay, so we can develop intelligent systems for to identify Alzheimer's, and so that the patient get early treatment. They can do some exercises to improve, to reduce their dementia. Okay, so in the next image you can see a person, handicapped person is holding a ball with the help of his artificial hand. So and the system, his hand is controlled by his brain. It's not only a mechanical system, the his brain can control the functioning of this artificial limb. Okay, so we can develop such system. In the last image you can see a person, he's also paralyzed and he's not able to speak at all. Okay, he is a monitor is placed in front of him, and he can gaze at a particular character, and the system can capture that character and characters and form some words and sentences, so that this person can communicate with their bystanders using forming sentences with the help of this machine. Okay, so this is also another area where we can contribute. Scientists, computer scientists can contribute, and of course the cancer research is another area to improve uh, health problems with the help of AI. Okay, so this is, in this example, some breast cancer, the different steps of breast cancer diagnosis is shown. Okay, so the next sustainable development goal is quality education. Aims at ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunity for all. Okay, so in many countries, and due to this lockdown, uh, students are not able to uh, do proper education. So before the pandemic, the world is uh, the world changed a lot due to this pandemic. Okay, so in many of the countries are not able to provide better education nowadays. Okay, so we need to improve the quality of education. We need to do some remedial measures so that our students, our children can attain better knowledge. And we can develop systems, sustainable development systems. Okay, so in our institute we have developed some sustainable development system for doing some digital arts. Actually, the artists are affected by uh, the artist who used to teach students their art forms. Okay, so they are not able to uh, take classes regularly, offline classes regularly. So we developed a digital arts school so that the students and teacher can come to this digital arts school and can perform dance and so many other art forms. Okay, but the uh, they can come in any platform and do these activities, but the thing is that it should be improved. The performance should be assisted or measured. Hmm? Whether the student is listening to the class, if a teacher is handling 20 or 30 students at a time, he or she is not able to see all the students in a single screen. Okay, so intelligent digital system need to be created so that the it can be a function as a chatbot or a teaching assistant for which can help the teacher, as well as they can instruct the students for better performance. Okay, so an intelligent system should also be developed to measure the analysis intelligent capability, or whether the student is listening. We should we can analyze the attention of students. Okay, so we can develop intelligent system for that also. So another one is gender inequality, seeks to achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. Okay, gender equality remains a problem in many countries worldwide. Okay, so lack of equality is a major obstacle to a sustainable development. Okay, but uh, okay, so how to attain this gender equality? Here in IIIT we are giving opportunity for women entrepreneurs. So in order to motivate or boost the capabilities of women. Okay, so this sort of entrepreneurship can be a useful method through here we can train the leaders, train the women. We can improve the soft infrastructure, information safety in work environment. Okay, so many things has to be done in this women to give better uh, environment while they're working, or to give gender equality. Hmm? And we can give more career opportunities for women. Hmm? So next one is clean water and sanitation. Ensure availability and sanitability, management for water and sanitation for all. Okay, so we need to give some sustainable management for water and sanitation. uh, so with the help of our intelligent system, hmm, uh, we can develop, we can improve, we can measure the quality of water. uh, we can meteorology forecast it. Hmm? Access to infrastructural support and technical know-how. Okay, so we can improve the quality of water. We So many countries are no don't have uh, water for drinking. Okay, so they need to we can develop sustainable system, so that we can monitor with the help of satellite images or image processing system. We can monitor which part of the country could be water found. Okay, so uh, and we can distribute the water properly. Hmm? And regarding the affordable and clean energy. Okay, so aims at ensuring access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. So, in many countries are facing such a problem. Energy is central to nearly every major challenges and opportunity the world face today. Sustainable energy is an opportunity to transform lives, economics, and the planet. Okay, so we 1 in 5 people lack access to electricity nowadays. So in order to improve affordable and clean energy, we need to find some remedial resources. Hmm? With the help of digital transformation, critical infrastructure monitoring, particularly with regard to energy network, can be developed. Power grid synchronization can be achieved. Huh? And so many other things. We need to develop solar and wind energy production forecasting to estimate the amount of energy that needed for the other resources. Next sustainable development goal is decent work and economic growth. In order to improve decent work, promote sustainable, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full and uh, productive environment, employment, and decent work for all can should be given. Okay, so now during this pandemic, roughly half of the world's population is still don't have a job. Hmm? So how to uh, transform this problem into digitally? Okay, so we can provide a digital work office, work near office, or gig economy options can be given. Okay, in virtual office, we can perform virtually, we can work virtually with the help of internet and computer desktop. Okay, in work near office means that during due to this pandemic, we are not able to, most of the people are not able to uh, go for not able to reach their offices. Okay, so a office atmosphere is created in some places, villages, or cities, and the people from different offices can work in that particular office, the work near office, and so that they can have a better environment than their home. Okay, another one is gig economy and and employment. In gig employment, uh, uh, and repository can be there, and this in this the repository, different people can candidates can apply, and the gig economy or this resources can distribute the job for those who registered in this platform. Okay, so these are some examples, and so many other examples are there. Okay, so next one is industry, innovation and infrastructure. So seek to build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable uh, industrialization, and foster innovation. So, this sustainable development goal encompasses three important aspects of sustainable development, that are industry, infrastructure, and innovation. Infrastructure provides the basic physical system and structures essential to the operation of a society or enterprise. Industrialization drives economic growth, create job opportunity, and thereby reduce income and poverty. Innovation advances the technological capabilities of industrial sectors and promotes development of new skills. Okay, so inclusive and sustainable industrial development is the primary source of income generation, allows for rapid and sustained increase in living standards for all people, and provides a technological solution needed for environmental sound industrialization. So, uh, infrastructure mapping and monitoring, including maintenance, road infrastructure, and rural environments, where the most reliable technology is satellite based. So, here this sort of digital transformations can be done. Uh, Construction surveying through machine automation can be provided. Smart mobility, reduce fuel consumption by smarter planning and monitoring of driving behavior can be developed so that to reduce fuel consumption. Okay, so in order to reduce inequality, aim at reducing inequality within and among countries. Okay, so the goal also address the inequality among countries, including those related to representation, migration, and development assistance. Okay, so this by reducing inequality, the migration wouldn't happen, is it? So reducing inequalities in income as well as those based on age, sex, disability, race, and so many other factors uh, can be reduced, need to be reduced. Okay, international community has made significant strides towards uh, lifting people out of poverty. Hmm? So most vulnerable nations, least developing countries, the landlord developing countries, and small island developing status continues to make inroad into poverty reduction. So equality still persists, and large remains in access to health and equal education services and other assets. Okay, so with the help of digital transformation, connectivity in remote and isolated areas should be provided. Remote participation of a democratic process should be done. Reliable access to information. If we are able to provide all these things, we can reduce the inequality with the help of digital transformation. And sustainable cities and communities focused on cities, as more than half of the world's population lives in them. Okay, so cities are hubs of ideas, commerce, culture, science, productivity, social development, and much more. They have enabled people to uh, advance socially and economically. So, however, many challenges exist to maintaining cities in a way that countries to create jobs and prosperity without straining lands and resources. Okay, so We can do urban planning to pinpoint structures and reference points for uh, cadastral and urban planning purposes. Smart cities can be developed through application of global navigation satellite system, Earth observation and satellite telecommunication. Improvements of city services such as smart waste management system, air quality monitoring, disaster management, infrastructure monitoring, search and rescue operations can be done. And reasonable uh, consumption and production aims at ensuring sustainable consumption production pattern. Okay, so about promoting reduce and energy efficiency, sustainable infrastructure, and provide access to basic services, green, decent jobs, and better quality of life for all. Uh, these are the scope of this sustainable development goals. And what can digital transformation do? Digital transformation can do the natural resource management, food and dangerous uh, food traceability, monitoring and uh, species product of human salary, smart agriculture by combining earth observation, satellite telecommunications, and global navigation satellite systems, spin off institute resources utilization. Okay, so 3D printing technologies to create structure in orbit could have applications of earth. So these are some of the reasonable conception and production using digital transformation. And 13th sustainable development goal is climate action. Uh, we are this action should be taken very urgent, and due to climatic action we are facing so many problems. Low pressure in the sea, and which creates so much rainfall, and due to that so many disasters are happening nowadays. And we should uh, monitor climate change. We need to predict better weather forecasting system and disaster management system, search and rescue operations. So, in order to avoid, we need to develop system to avoid climate change. And if a climate change or disaster happens, we need to manage this disaster also. Okay, and next one is life below water. And in life below water, the life in our sea and our oceans need to be considered. We need to reduce the pollution in this water bodies. Okay, so that is life below water. We can monitor mapping natural and protested areas. Fish vessel tracking and navigation can be done. We can monitor the illegal and unregulated and unreported fisheries. Okay, so climate change monitoring, uh, uh, weather forecasting. With the help of weather forecasting, we can identify the areas where the fishes are uh, concentrating. Okay, so how to improve the marine life of people and etc. So here in Triplighting we had developed a system for measure the uh, improve the livelihood of fishermen. Disaster management system, affordable network services, to improve the affordable network services and safe sailing of boats, securing life and vessels, to improve the livelihood of fishermen, to enhance the fish catch, fish type and volume identification. Fish market information systems are developed. So messaging systems based on several factors are also considered, and we are able to develop a system, sustainable system for this to improve the livelihood of fishermen. And regarding the life on land, we had developed, we can protect, restore, promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainable manage of forests, and so many other factors. Okay, so geophysical land surface monitoring needs to be done. Terrestrial biodiversity monitoring can be done with the help of satellite images and other parameters. Monitoring of poaching and identification of smuggling route can be identified. Okay, so with the help of satellite images, this can be traced out. And peace, justice, and strong institutions promotes peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build effective, accountable, and inclusive sustainable at all levels. So we can monitor conflicts, enable participation of remote and isolated communities in democratic process. Okay, so these are some of them, where we can apply digital transformation. And the last sustainable development goal is the partnership for the goals. So different countries can share their resources, sustainable development resources, so that the countries uh, can build a good relationship, as well as they, by sharing these resources, they can the lives, the people's lives, as well as the environment, the nature, all can be preserved, or they can improve, they can be improved. Okay, so international cooperation initiative should be there. Exchange of data and information is required for that. Open source databases helps for all these. Sharing of infrastructure and exchange of technical know-how. Okay, so this can help the partnership for the goals. Okay, so these are the some funding agencies for sustainable development. Uh, so there are so many sustainable funding agencies, and some of them are this: Google AI for Good organize org, and a Sustainable Development Fund organization is dgfund.org. And these are some of them. And coming I want to tell you more. There are more very huge number of problems, and as well as solutions are also available. We need to find out the problems, as well as we can develop, computer scientists can develop uh, solutions as well uh, for these problems, using digital, with the help of digital transformation. As a conclusion, I would like to show you a video. Okay, so this video can be give more requirement of sustainable development goals. Okay, so our earth is facing so many problems. We need to we can develop intelligent systems to solve all these problems to for a better tomorrow. Okay, please watch this video. Is it audible?
It's not audible. Hello? Hello? Dr. Malu, it's not audible. क्या रे?
Just 1 minute.
Okay, no problem.
Can you hear?
Yes, yes, now it is audible.
Okay.
You okay? You need a minute? Cool. Okay. Listen up, people. I know a thing or two about extinction. And let me tell you, and you'd kind of think this would be obvious, going extinct is a bad thing. And driving yourselves extinct? In 70 million years, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. At least we had an asteroid. What's your excuse? You're headed for a climate disaster, and yet every year governments spend hundreds of billions of public funds on fossil fuel subsidies. Imagine if we had spent hundreds of billions per year subsidizing giant meteors. That's what you're doing right now. Think of all the other things you could do with that money. Around the world, people are living in poverty. Don't you think helping them would make more sense than, I don't know, paying for the demise of your entire species? Let me be real for a second. You've got a huge opportunity right now. As you rebuild your economies and bounce back from this pandemic, this is humanity's big chance. So here's my wild idea. Don't choose extinction. Save your species before it's too late. It's time for you humans to stop making excuses and start making changes. Thank you.
That's all.
Thank you, Dr. Malu. It was very interesting. Let me ask the participants if they have any queries. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. We'll first take queries from the audience if they have.
Okay.
Anyone is having any query to be asked to Madam? Samre sir?
Samre sir this time? Samre sir. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
हाँ samre sir.
हाँ बोला सर.
हाँ. नाही म्हणजे काही हे
Query आहे का
question
कोणाला?
point of discussion काही. Yeah.
काही क्वेरीज आहे का कोणाच्या?
हाँ नाही तुमचं काही हाँ असेल तर. So it was very nice speech by Dr. Malu madam. Very interested. And that I would like to put a question, madam. I am Dr. Deshmukh. Hello.
Hello.
Yes,
Malu madam, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
So my plain question is, what is the probable or expected future of AI in the near, that is next 10 years or 20 years?
Expected features for AI.
Hmm.
Actually, I would like to tell you one thing, that we have so many features, we have so many subjects in artificial intelligence.
Madam, not a future, not a future of AI.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
In addition to AI, we need to club so many interdisciplinary subjects into this system. If you want to develop an intelligent system, we have so many algorithms, techniques, methodology, tools in artificial intelligence. Is it? We can incorporate AI and electronics. We can develop. We can club our sensors to pour water in our plantation. But if we are able to integrate more interdisciplinary areas into a particular system, then the outreach of that particular system, intelligence system, will be very high. Okay, actually nowadays we are trying to integrate one or two areas, interdisciplinary areas. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we want to improve the mental health of people, okay, actually people are facing so much mental illness in nowadays. So if we are able to integrate culture, arts, we are able to give the theater or dance to improve their mental health. We can develop intelligent system for that. With the help of our intelligence system, we can incorporate culture, mental health, agriculture, uh, artificial intelligence. We can incorporate image processing or video processing in that. We can do natural language processing for developing such intelligent systems. So, integrating interdisciplinary areas into a single platform. Our aim is to improve the mental health of people, but we are trying to incorporate systems like human beings. So if I want to improve my mental health, sometimes I will listen to music, sometimes I will see a television, watch a film. Okay, so sometimes I will do some gardening. So in all these cases I use my vision, my sensory, all the sensory organs. Okay, so if we are able to incorporate techniques, methodologies uh, for a particular goal, to improving a particular goal, okay, it will be very beneficial.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's fine. So that I would like to thank Madam on behalf of this one. Very, very interesting and very studied um, inputs and lecture you have shared. Uh, yeah. So, is there any additional question?
So from research scholar, there is one query that whether madam can suggest any book regarding it.
Yeah.
Actually, for sustainable development goals, UN written, they have a website for that.
Okay.
Okay, for attaining the sustainable development goals. Okay,
Okay.
actually, I took all this content from the pure sustainable development goals. I took it from their website,
Okay.
but regarding the AI part or digital transformation part, that I searched. Took it from my own experience as well as from other problems. Okay,
Okay.
so I didn't have any book for this reference, since it is taken from so many other resources.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of, as I think there is no more query, so on behalf of IET Aurangabad Center, we thank Dr. Malluji for her elaborating talk. She has elaborated in detail the 17 goals for sustainable development and highlighted where computer scientists can contribute and do help in overall socio-economic development of country. Uh, uh, on behalf of the students, I want to thank that you have even talked, which will be very helpful for scholars preparing for NET set examination. So the students are very happy. This also goes on YouTube online. So we are getting a review feedback that it is also very helpful for the net set preparation. So thank you so much, Maluma. And we
Thank
request
you.
that more 10 to 15 minutes if you can spare, because there is a prize distribution going on. Is it possible for you to stay for 5 to 10 minutes more?
Yes, yes, sure.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. On the eve of IET Foundation Day, we have conducted poster presentation. Around 25 participants have participated. Before declaring the result, we want to show you a clip of the good and creative poster presentations of today's event. So I request Mahesh to play that particular part. नहीं दिख रहा.
दिख रहा है, आ रहा है अभी मैडम. आपको दिख रहा है मैडम? कैन यू सी? हाँ, ऑडियो है तो वो नहीं आ रहा है, वीडियो दिख रहा है.
सर साइलेंट म्यूजिक ही रखा है एकदम स्लो में, सिर्फ
हाँ
वीडियो ही रखा है.
हाँ, नहीं आ रहा. हाँ, अभी आ रहा है. साउंड थोड़ा बढ़ा सके तो. साउंड कुछ भी नहीं आ रहा.
अच्छा सर, एक मिनट ट्राई करते हैं. सर अभी
हाँ, थोड़ा थोड़ा लग रहा है. हाँ, बहुत ही कम है शायद. ठीक है, जो भी मैक्सिमम एक्टिविटी है आया तो ठीक है.
यस सर.
या अब आ रहा है.
ओके सर.
और टॉपिक क्या दिए थे वो भी अनाउंस कीजिए बाद में मैडम.
हाँ सर, डिजिटल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन पर ही था सर.
ओके ओके, यही था. ओके.
I hope everybody has enjoyed the creativity of the students.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's nice.
So, yes, sir. Now for the prize distribution. The first prize goes to Miss Rutuja Daigude, BSc from IBP Mahila College, Aurangabad.
Good. Congratulations.
Yes. Second prize also goes to Mahila College only, Miss Anita Pagare, BSc. And third prize also is taken from Mahila College itself, that is Miss Shivani Raut. So all first three prizes have gone to Mahila, and we can see that was very creative also.
Mhm.
Yes.
I will
And we have
hand over the certificate on the auspicious hands of chairman and madam, Malu madam.
okay, but the students are not linked
Congratulations
to
to all
now,
the
sir.
Yeah, yeah.
We
prize holders.
Students are not
yes.
there.
Yes,
Okay,
sir. We
okay.
can share the screen with the certificates if you want, but we will be mailing them because
No, no, it's all right. Just I was
we have shared
saying.
the screen, sir. On the screen, we have shared it. The
Yeah,
certificates have been shared. And we have
yeah.
declared one constellation prize also.
Good,
This is Miss Sneha Undre, MSc IT Department of CS and IT, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University.
good.
So we
Congratulations.
share
So
Congratulations.
to all.
next time,
Congratulations to all the prize winners.
yeah, congratulations
Yes,
to all
sir.
winners. We expect more number of participation from the department next time. Sneha will bring more participants. I think.
Yes, sir. Sure. Yes,
If
sir.
Sneha is there. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, good.
So I will go for an official vote of thanks if there is no discussion further. If
Yeah, yeah.
anybody
So
wants
only
to.
I want to thank it Malu madam.
Yes.
So on my personal, thank you madam for sparing time and giving a very intelligent talk. And Malu madam will be in touch.
Thank
Namaskar.
you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and we'll
Thank
be
you,
in touch.
madam.
We'll be in contact. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you, Malu, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah. I could not actually participate because lot of disconnection was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So I missed some part of your lecture.
Okay. So Namrata madam, if
Yes, sir.
everything is okay, then we can go
Yes.
for a lot of thanks. I will be in touch, madam. I'll
Sure,
take the
sir. Sure,
details
sir.
from
Sure.
Namrata madam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
On the occasion of IETE 68 Foundation Day, I would like to thank Professor Ratnadev Deshmukh, IET Executive Governing Council member, for gracing this occasion as chief guest and sharing the IET insights, opportunities, and valuable time with us. The Sustainable Development Goals are the blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. From bottom of my heart, I would like to thank Dr. Maluji, Speaker of the Day, for her valuable insights and knowledge she shared with us. Thank you so much, ma'am. I would
Thank you,
like
ma'am.
to thank I would like to thank Honorable Chairman Mr. Sudhir Samre, Professor Ullas Shinde, Vice Chairman, Dr. Hembe, Vice Chairman, Dr. Sunil Deshmukh, Honorary Treasury, for their constant support and timely insights. I thank all the esteemed EC members for all their support, and especially Sri Sushil Samvasar, Dr. Syed Shafuddin, and Dr. Bahusab Shinde. I thank Professor Sunil Hirken sir for starting ISF IET chapter at Government College. I thank all the participants who made this program successful, as well as like to thank the young energy behind the scene, Mr. Mahesh Ladge, Mr. Rohit Gupta, and Mr. Madhav Hankar. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chacha. Bye.
So, with the permission of the chair, I declare the program is over now. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thanks to all.
Thank
Good
you.
evening.
Thank you all.
आपने अप्रूव किया है इसको आज 10 को अप्रूव किया आपने फॉर डिस्कार्ड। ये क्या मतलब खराब है, इतना मतलब लेवल है ही नहीं है 8 पे।